Right, hello everyone, welcome back to Lichtstellenspiel.de, and it's absolutely balls to the wall as you can see, so let's get back into it. We have taken an emergency overtime shift because it's all hands on deck, and there is 36 outstanding emergencies plus several other non-emergencies. So let's start with the most major one, in that there is a fire near to the Grangemouth chemical plant. Pardon me, we're going to suggest for a start that all of the Grangemouth emergency services respond to this. So the easiest way of doing this would probably be to go. Oh, actually, hang on. Yeah, okay. So if we go to this one, Grangemouth emergency response, all of their vehicles are going to go to this. Or apparently not, because at least one of them doesn't have enough people. Tragic. Okay. Okay, so the next nearest fire station is going to be Falkirk, which is a nice big station. So we're gonna go ahead and grab we need the officer, so that's gonna be L04 dash Oscar. So this has now been done. So we need. Does Falkirk have a rescue? Falkirk does not have rescue. Okay, that's tragic. We need 2 pumps at least from Falkirk. So we're gonna grab this one and this one, and then we need to try and work out where the nearest rescue unit and 2 other pumps are. So when we're here, because I remember there being something interesting around the place, but I'm obviously mistaken. Yeah, okay, I'm thinking of somewhere else. So Larber. So we'll get Larber out, and the nearest rescue unit is probably going to be I thought it was Bathgate. Okay. Major incident unit, there we go. Right, so it's DO4 is going to be the next nearest unit. So DO4R1, which is Cumbernauld, DO4R1 is going to mobilise to this. We're going to go ahead and grab Larbert, which is L5 water carrier, and their pump. They're going to mobilize, and this one is now this potentially major incident is now going to be fully dealt with. The next, so let's work down the order. Priority 3. There's 2 priority 3s. This is a long-term mission, so I can't physically hide it, but we're going to pretend it's not here. But there's a hospital fire at the Royal Edinburgh Hospital, which is a mental health institution. Requiring lots of units. So the closest one to you is probably going to be Liberton, which is L05P1, and we'll get its command unit, which is this one. We're going to turn out all of Tollcross, which is KO7. So KO7 Height Rescue, the officer, Pump 1 and Pump 2 will now be away. So we'll get them on the go. We could actually probably use their support vehicle as well, which is basically just a Toyota Helix, which we're going to load up with breathing apparatus. We need to find 2 other pumps because our controller has informed us this is likely to be an MP5, or rather the protocols tell us that this should be a make pumps 5, and we've only dispatched 3, so that's KO5 and KO7 dispatched. The next nearest one's going to be Sighthill, which is KO6. So we're going to mobilize. We're going to actually mobilize all of KO6. Or are we? Okay. We'll do KO6, P2, and R1, because R1's a rescue pump, and I'm not actually sure if we're going to need urban search and rescue equipment to get through the people at the hospital. We'll get it just in case. And that leaves us 1 pump left at Sighthill, so that is now... Sighthill's not quite fully committed. Liberton is fully committed. Tollcross is nearly fully committed. Okay, so that's all priority 3s dealt with. Let's look for priority 2s. Unfortunately, I can't search by my custom priority. Oh, hello. What's this one? This is a priority with mass casualty. So heavy smoke in museum. This is The National Museum of Scotland. Okay, that's interesting. So we're going to have to get Marionville and McDonald Road out to this one. So for a start, we're probably going to need ES21, ES21 and ES22 of the police. So that's St Leonard's 1 and 2 away. Smoke could imply fire, so let's get the pump. So we're going to McDonald Road, which is K02. So K02, pump 1, pump 2. We're going to get their officer. And we're going to get Marionville, which is KO3, pump 1 out. And so that tackles the firefighting. McDonald Road is home to 2 rapid response ambulances as well, so that is going to be 57 and 58. Ambulance, so 57 and 58 are going to mobilise. We're also going to mobilise East Coast Sort Team, so that's Unit 9, 10, 68, 351, 548, 549, 551, 552. We're just gonna mobilize the lot of them. So that's going to be all of the equipment that they need for rescue, plus a few ambulances as well. So that now covers 3 of us. We do need 4 more ambulances from Peppermill. So it's going to be 10. So yeah, these guys are all available from Peppermill. So we're going to get them mobilized. And this is a mass casualty situation, so we'll grab the ambulance commander through. It's technically an Edinburgh-based unit, but I didn't have space for it. So it's in Glasgow at the moment. So we'll get him coming as a precaution, and that will deal with that. So there is a number of other significant incidents around the place. Let's check. There's nothing in the borders. There's absolutely nothing in the border. Okay, so we've got 2 more significant incidents that we need to deal with, or rather 3. So let's just do it in priority. So road traffic collision. Okay, cool. Road traffic collision, car into building. So we're going to grab roads policing unit and the collision investigation unit to come and respond to that. Actually, let's we'll just unset ourselves here. So if we go to police, we'll do the collision investigation unit because I can't quite remember what that one is. And the nearest roads policing unit is going to be Fetis, and it's going to be 3-1. So they're going to mobilize. We need. Right, where's the crash? The crash is next to Toll Cross. Oh. Actually, Toll Cross is just cleared. So one of the fires is now being cleared. So let us go ahead and grab Toll Cross pump 1. KO7 pump 1, pump 2, Toll Cross's officer, and we'll grab the rescue unit from there as well. That should now be that fully covered, save for ambulances. I don't have any nearby ambulance station which will be able to help, so it will be whatever I can get from Peppermill. So it's going to be 56, 59, 1, 6, and 11. Okay. So 1, 6, 11, and 59 and 61. That will turn out to this, and hopefully that will be that one dealt with soon enough. Okay, so everyone is now making to that scene. Thankfully, it's not going to be too long until emergency response gets here. Right. Construction accidents, the next one likely to have a high amount of risk. So if we just check with the police, the nearest one is going to be, so the nearest station is Craigmillar, Liberton, and St Leonard's. So that's going to be EM Patrol 1, Patrol 2, Selvan 1. St Leonard's, we'll deploy this because I mean it doesn't really have a function. And EH11, which is Howden Hall Police Station, we will get that. Oh, actually, we only need 4. Oh no, we only need 3. Actually, okay. So we'll just deploy Craig Miller, and Liberton will come out to that. So they're now on the way. No ambulances are required. I know for a fact that this construction accidents usually require further assistance, and seeing as we don't technically have the equivalent in the UK, I call it the Royal Logistics Corps, so we'll get the Royal Logistics Corps getting ready to come out to this. And we need to find 3 fire appliances from somewhere. Liberton is home and New Craig Hall is home. So let's get them out. So that's KO4P1. KO4R1 we'll get out as a precaution. KO5P1, and we're going to get them mobilized. Next nearest station after that is probably going to be Tollcross, which is still fully committed. Yeah, Tollcross is fully committed. Marionville is fully committed in terms of pump. So we'll go for Dalkeith. There's nothing in Dalkeith that would require urgent attention, so we're going to go for Juliet 01. Juliet 01, pump 1 away. Okay, that should be enough units going to this for now. We'll come back to that if not. Medium field fire as well. Okay, so once again, we're slightly running out of resources here as we knew we would. This was going to be a kind of balls to the wall kind of situation. So let us. So we've got an idea of how much water we're going to need for this. So the nearest fire station is going to be Juliet 02, which is Musselburgh. So Juliet 02 will grab their officer as well, the group manager. So we need 3 more appliances for this to deal with this field fire. So the question is, what else have I got? Well, the only station in Edinburgh that's not currently fully deployed is going to be Crew Toll. So we'll get Crew Toll Pump 1, Crew Toll Pump 2. Actually, they're quite far away, so actually let's disregard that. Oh, actually no, apparently they're our closest. Okay, right, we'll get them, and we need 1 more pump, and because there's not an immediate threat to life reported, we're going to go for a slightly further away pump. So we're going to go for one of the retained pumps. Specifically, we're going to go for South Queensferry, which is K20 pump 6 P6. So K20 P6. There it is. Cool. Okay, this incident is now fully resolved. Okay, so let's just double check. Okay, nothing particularly new and urgent has come in. Everything is now being dealt with. Let me just double check that everything is on hand here. So we need a height appliance and breathing air support. So KO7S1 will have freed itself up. So let's get that, and KO7A1 will have freed themselves up, so that's fine. We need a few doctors and things, but we don't need the commander quite yet, so that is satisfactory. Okay, so there's nothing else for it other than to start seeing what other incidents to deal with. So we're looking for priority 1 emergencies now. So Juliet 03 has burning foliage. So we're going to go... That'll be nice and quick. So Juliet 03 pump 1 responds to that. That's the whole time pump from Galashiel, so that one's nice and done. Let's jump through West Coast and see what we've got here. So we've got 2, so 49 and 50 need to be sent out. So ambulance, 3G, 49 away. And ambulance 3G50. There we go. So 250 away and 249 away to hypoglycemia and an abdominal pain. Let's look at the rest of Glasgow. Okay. Let's get this. So we'll grab GK10 and GK11 to a taxi driver activating a silent panic alarm. So what do we say? GK. Oh, they're not. I've not put them on yet. That's a bit embarrassing. So GK10 and GK11. Right. Cable theft. Cable theft for some reason or other. So again, I don't have this station put in fully, so I'm just going to grab all of these. The cable thefts usually require the police helicopter, so we'll get that one mobilized as well. What have we got here? Road traffic collision car versus wildlife. I do believe, if I looked at police, that there was, yep, roads policing unit, so we'll get them out to deal with that. It should just be a simple case of traffic management, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I want to save that. So what is here? Okay. So for the chimney fire, I want. Okay, there's nothing in Motherwell. So chimney fire straight away. I'm going to get the nearest pump, which is Bell's Hill, which is DO2P1. DO2P1 is going to mobilize, and I'm also going to grab DO1D1, which is the aerial rescue pump, because that's got the height element as well. So that's going to go to this one. Risk of building material falling. That's not important for now. So this one is. So CO1 P1, CO1 P2. So that's East Kilbride's fire station, pump 1 and 2 away, and now Clyde's Mills aerial rescue pump is going to go away. Probably going to need Clyde's Mills. Does Clyde's Mills even have an officer? No, but you do. So we'll grab an officer from you. We need the police, which we've discussed before. We don't have. So there's a spare one in Paisley. So we'll grab a police car from Paisley, and then we need to find the closest ambulance as well, which is probably going to be Glasgow East. So we'll mobilise 3G172. So ambulance 172 is going to arrive, and that should hopefully be enough resources on that one to keep it contained. Risk of building material falling. Well, what's this one actually? Yeah, okay. Right, we need a height appliance. So this. So FO4D1 is going to be needed up here. So let's do that. F04D1, and then the next closest stations are going to be EO2P1, and then I forgot what Cumbernault's number is. So I need one more pump. So it's DO4P1. Oh shit, that's wrong. Okay. So DO4P1 is going to mobilize to this, and we also need an ambulance as well. So it's going to be 3G171 is going to be our closest ambulance station there. We also need a paramedic if we can. I don't think there is any. There's 2 E's, but there's no G's. I don't have any rapid responders through this part of the world, so I'm just going to click on the closest one, which is going to be Johnson. Yeah, okay, I can live with that one. Okay, so that's fine, and that frees up DO4, DO4 P2 to come and respond to this one. Okay, all emergencies in Glasgow are now dealt with. That's all fine and good. Okay, right. You should have a. Oh crap! No, you don't. Okay, fine. That's a bit tragic. Right. So ambulance 339 is going to come out to this. Ambulance 339 is going to come out to this heart arrhythmia, and we're also going to need to try and find the closest rapid responder. Actually, there's some spare doctors floating around, so we'll get them to come out. It's probably going to be quicker than anything else on their flashy green lights as opposed to blue, but it's still going to be quicker. Got a person in the water up here, so we'll get Falkirk's set up on the go. So if we go to fire, Falkirk is L04, so we'll grab L1, L2, B1, grab an officer as well. And the nearest ambulance is probably going to be 3E340. Okay, that should... Oh yeah, we need a pump as well. So L04, has L04 P1 cleared? Yes, it has. Okay, cool. That's good enough for us. Right, the person in water is hopefully going to get themselves nice and rescued. Another parachuting accident going on, which is not ideal. And I don't think I have another ambulance nearby. Anyway, so we'll grab L04's height appliance. We'll grab their spare pump. Need another couple of pumps, which will come in the form of Larbert P1 and P6. Need an officer from somewhere. I think the closest one's probably going to be Bowness, actually. Or Sterling have one? No. But Sterling could be a good shout instead of this. Let's just double check what Sterling has. Okay. So MO1P1. So what I've forgotten what we've got now. Oh nothing's coming into this. Okay, L04A1 P6, MO1P1, MO1P2. So that's going to be the entire allotment of pumps that we need. Do we have another officer somewhere? Let's have a look. The closest officer is going to be a bloody long time away. Okay, right. Right, so most of the managers are already pretty well deployed. So I think what I was originally going to do is probably the best course of action, which would be to deploy the spare command unit from Bowness. We also require an ambulance from somewhere. I suspect at this point the closest ambulance is probably going to be Glasgow East. So ambulance number 168. We'll get that out. Ambulance 3G168. Mobilize. Cool. Right. Okay, that's that done. Let's head back. Hospital transport isn't urgent. We still have quite a lot of stuff that needs to be dealt with. There's a landslide on a footpath. Not really affecting anyone. Got dehydration, so we'll get 298 out of that. Ambulance 298. Here we go. Actually, I'm just going to quickly make sure I'm on realistic settings so I don't screw myself over, because that would be quite unfortunate. Yeah, we are on realistic. That's fine. Right, okay, so because I don't want to screw myself over, before we start jumping into this, we've got a number of other incidents that need... yeah, that's fine. Right, so let's just double check who can be freed up. So you need to go to hospital. So you've got what you need. Glasgow Royal Infirmary's got what you need. The Western... What does it need? Yeah, okay. Minor injuries. What's it for? Minor injuries. Okay, well, it's a crash, so we'll take you to the Royal Infirmary. Peppermill for... yeah, you'll go to the Royal Infirmary as well. And that's that one dealt with. Okay, I just spotted, actually, we've got a big emergency, which is here. For which we need quite a lot of stuff. So we're going to fully mobilize KO7 to this, because KO7 is freed up nice and good. So KO7 officer, pump 1, pump 2. We're going to mobilize to that straight away. Have sort freed themselves, perchance? Ah, no, they haven't. Okay, this is a smidgen of an issue. Right, let me just quickly check the incident with the... Oh no, have they freed themselves? Oh no, that was a wall that freed themselves. The one that we were thinking of was the museum smoke. Which, in order to finish up, requires 2 doctors. Okay, right. So we'll grab a couple of these guys to come shear the people up to get transported. And then once they're done, we can divert some resources to this major incident, which is a fire in a school that has lots and lots of casualties. Crap. Okay, this has become interesting. This has actually technically become unsurmountable. Bother. Right, so the fire in George Harris High School needs to be resolved in quick order. So let's go ahead and get our command unit out, which is going to be Liberton, which I bet you is fully deployed. No, it's not. Okay. Right, we'll grab Sight Hill as well as the next closest station, and we'll grab the Height Appliance from here. Okay. Right, so we've now got lots of commanders coming out. Who is available that is an ambulance in Edinburgh? So we've got lots of PRUs, and we'll basically just grab everything from Peppermill will come on out. Grab some doctors. Medic 1 is definitely going to be needed. Not grab neonatal. Don't need that one. Don't need that one. Right, let's see how we get on with this. I don't want to overcommit at this time, even though it's probably going to be necessary. The next closest... Who's got the closest police vehicles to us? It's going to be West End... West End, Gayfield Square... Okay, right, we'll just get some police units over to this as well. Our ambulance, so let's go to this one, and what I want to do, I want to select the area commander. So we're going to stand you down from the incident that you were going to and put you to the classroom fire, which is Brandon Classroom, which is this one. Okay, cool. So the ambulance commander is now coming out to this. This major incident is now going to be resolved. We will have to deal with this in a bit. Okay. Another significant incident that's appeared is apparently a car versus a horse, which is quite interesting. So who's free? Livingston is probably in fact going to be the best one to send out, so we'll grab Livingston. And does Livingston have an officer as well? Because that could be quite beneficial. No, doesn't have an officer. It's available. However, there is 4 casualties, so what I might do is I might get a doctor from Sort, and then we'll get as much ambulances as we can get to. I'm just going to use this menu to let me know who's closest, just because of the scale of incidents that we're currently facing. I could do with another doctor as well, but there's nobody available. Delightful. I mean, it is a road traffic collision, risk of quite heavy injuries, so I guess I would probably be justified in preemptively mobilising the Scottish Charity Air Ambulance to come and help deal with that one, just in case. If not, it can probably help us with other things. You need to go to hospital, so let's clear you as quick as we can to free up some valuable ambulances. And at this point, we'll probably have to notify... And there you go, his doctors going about in their green lights. Okay. Right. Okay, so let's just have a quick scan, make sure nothing's happened in Glasgow while we haven't been paying attention. There's actually a fire down in Gallus Shields. So... apparently something's already... Oh no, is this one this one? Yeah, it's this one. So GO3P6, we're going to mobilize to that one. So we're going to recall out the retained crews to come and deal with this. And we still have a whole other load of stuff that needs to be dealt with. Okay, so Fever is going to require a nearby ambulance. The nearest available ambulance is going to be quite far away. It's actually Newton Grange. So before we commit that, I need to decide what we need. So Newton Grange, is there any emergencies in Newton Grange itself? None in Preston Pan, so we can dedicate some of their units as well. So 54, 55 can come out to this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, right, so having to make some difficult decisions here. So for the fever, for high blood pressure, sorry, we'll grab Crap, that's a PTS ambulance. What am I doing? Preston Pans 3E55. There we go. Right, happy days. So that's going to come out from Preston Pans. This one is a fever, and the nearest ambulance is going to come out from Newton Grange. So we can commit that unit there. That's fine. We've got a traffic vehicle collision here. If we go to police, is the roads policing units done? Oh yeah, the roads policing is free, so let's get them on the go. There's a house breaking. Portobello isn't. You're committed. You're available, so EL11 will get out to the house breaking. What? But EL11's available. Is it? No, apparently it's not. Okay, alright, fine. So we'll get out Craig Miller's unit. There's an injured person here. This incident requires attention. Okay, right. So if I go to pods and I go to KO1, and so basically what this says is that we need an environmental protection pod, a height appliance, and an officer. Officer might be hard to come by unless Dalkeith has freed itself up, which, oh, it has actually. Okay, so that's that one done. So we need a height appliance from somewhere. Closest one's going to be McDonald Road, so let's get them mobilized. Right, so this incident should now hopefully resolve itself with time and nothing else. Okay, everything else is mobile. Aha, so right. So there's a bus driver. So let's go for EC11 here. Bus driver needs some backup. So EC11 we're going to mobilize. So that's Christopher. Yeah, that is Christopher. God, I'm thinking of Dry Law, which is up here. Okay. So they're going to come deal with that. There's a person trapped in a lift, which is going to need the closest available ambulance, which I imagine will be Livingston. I'm going to keep the Special Operations Response Team in case they're needed. Actually, there's a Peffermill ambulance nearby. So Peffermill is Edinburgh City's only ambulance depot. So we're going to get that out. Okay, apparently there's a pump from McDonald Road which has freed itself nearby, so that's handy. Cool. Okay. Right, oil spill doesn't have. It's on the railway, so it's needs to be dealt with, but it's not an immediate threat to life. Fire here is definitely a threat to life. Closest one's probably going to be McDonald Road, which again, thankfully, both of their pumps freed up at the same time, so we'll deploy one to the person trapped in the lift, one to the person trapped down here. The RLC, I don't know if they're available. Are they available? They are fully committed, so I can't do anything about this at the moment, so I'm basically not going to. Housebreaking, we're going to get Ox Gangs, which as we just saw there was Echo Oscar 0, there we go, 1-1. So that's an incident response vehicle is now going to mobilize. All these stations do have more vehicles than this, I just haven't got around to actually adding them. Okay, so in terms of emergencies, we're actually starting to get there, which is fine. We do have this one to deal with. So we're going to need the closest available police vehicle, which is going to be St. Leonard's. So I can live with that one. We're going to need the closest available ambulance, which is going to be Peffermill. We need rope rescue. The closest line rescue unit is going to be Toll Cross, which is KO7. L1, we're going to need their height appliance, but we also need units as well. So I could ideally do with an officer, but you're committed. You're committed. Is anyone in Edinburgh not committed? Oh yes, okay. So you're not committed. So we've got a height appliance. Do we have a height appliance? I forget. Oh yes, yeah. So we've got a height appliance. So we need 2 pumps now. So JO2 is fully committed. JO1 is fully committed. These guys are too far away. KO4, KO4 would be ideal, but it's committed. Marionville is not committed, so let's now commit them. And everything else in Edinburgh is committed. So the closest other one is going to be a retained pump, which is going to take 17 minutes, which is probably the best that we've got, to be honest. So let's just mobilize that one. And I think all of these emergencies are now in the process of being dealt with the except for ones that present no threat to life. That smell of burning. Great. 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 Okay, fine. Glasgow went to shit fast. Fine. Right. Okay. So, GO4 P1 will mobilize the smell of burning. So fire. GO4 P1. This could be nothing, but we've got to check it out. We've got to check it out in pretty rapid fashion. Speaking of pretty rapid fashion, things has gone to shit here. So what we ideally want, Clyde's Mills aerial rescue pump is committed. I know you need something else because I've already got units on scene here. So you need an officer. Great. Okay. Nearest available officer is Bell's Hill. Okay. That's fine. That's right nearby. So we're going to use the command unit instead of that one. Okay. Speaking of stuff hitting the fan, this is going to test our resources to the absolute limit. So the ambulance, the special operations service, we're going to get to Glasgow. So we're going to get Glasgow units here and here. Glasgow. Okay, special operations response teams are now coming. That will cover the first 3, so we do need another 4 ambulances. And we'll grab the Glasgow Air Ambulance as well, mostly because it's got a doctor's team on board. So that will be quite helpful. This could take me forever to do, so I'm just gonna do this quickly. So we'll grab 3 incident response vehicles from wherever's closest. 1 aerial rescue pump is required. 2 heavy rescue. 2 breathing air. Can't deal with these because this is fully committed. We need 2 high volume pumps, so they're fully committed. Can't do any CSUs because they're all fully committed. We need 2 detection, investigation, and monitoring things. That's going to come out. Okay, that's fine. We now also need 16 pumps. Okay, fine. So I need to find 16 pumps out of my left trompe. In fact, actually, let's just see how we get on with this, because we know we can't. So we need to put this on containment rather than resolution for just now, because we don't have the resources to resolve it. Anyway, crap, what's this? What is this? So I'm basically just doing something which, if I had the ability to, would be asking the operator for more details. And it's a small fire, so we're going to send LO. We're going to send Falkirk out to this, which is going to be LO4P something. LO4P1. Cool. Okay, so that's going to mobilize to that. Right, okay, fine. So we've got enough units out on the gas explosion to treat the life-threatening people and hold the fire back, but not deal with it entirely. No threat to life here, no threat to life here, but I can probably actually start dealing. No, I can't. I don't have enough resources. Or do I? If I look at this, I could, but I don't want to. Right. Okay. Right. No threat to life, so I don't want to deal with this. But we will put the police in place. Yeah, this does function as an off. Actually, no, yeah, okay. We'll do that for the landslide. So we'll grab 2 police units out here to come and deal with the oil spill to stop people from getting to it. Same with the landslide. We'll grab the cross-country bike. So we'll grab one of the cross-country bikes. And a unit out from Dalkeith. They will come and watch over the landslide to make sure nobody gets into any difficulties. And I think in terms of life-threatening emergencies, that's possibly enough for now. So let's get that on the go. Okay, what's this? Car versus horse. There's no more police units coming, so let's get another police unit coming. And the ambulances are just about on scene. Okay, so this is about to get resolved. Everything else is going on. So now that we know all of the... Oh, hang on. You've got an attention on it. Rope rescue, so we'll get the closest rope rescue, which I believe is going to be you're gonna need a pump as well. Okay, fine. Right, okay. So this is all fine for now. Cool. Happy days. So now that that's done, let's commit everything that we can. We can't commit any command support units, but we still need up to 16 pumps. Is the military freed up? No, not yet. So we still need up to 16 pumps, so let's just keep going until it stops. Okay, well we can get all 16 from somewhere, apparently. Pulling it out of our arse, no doubt. Nothing complained, but every pump that is now spare is now fully committed. So as you can see, if I click on any incident, the amount of resources of the fire service that we have available to us is actually critical. Which is a bit of a problem. However, there's no new major emergencies that have come in. Oh, actually, hang on. Unsafe structure. Okay. So we do have pumps available. The closest pump apparently being Dunfermline. So NO1D1 will get that mobilized out. We need an officer. I don't think there is going to be any other officers available. So we'll see if we can get away without an officer, and we'll just get the closest police unit to come and deal with this unsafe structure. Happy days, cool. Right, so that's now going to be dealt with. That's classed as a 999 emergency. So let's just use this opportunity to try and see about getting some of the non-emergency ones, seeing as there's nothing that we can do. So fuel theft at the Gale. Closest police unit's going to be Ops Gangs, which is a wee bit away, but that's fine. Traffic light failures, probably actually... do we have any... Yeah, roads policing is only slightly further away, so we'll get that one out. Okay, this one's already in progress. I'm just checking on the top left, and this is on enough units on scene. You are en route. We've got enough en route here. This is actually not needed, so let's just stand it down. That frees up a little bit more precious resources. Cat and Tree. Closest pump is going to be Bell's Hill. And Bell's Hill does have another unit that's freed up, so we don't need to worry too much about overcome. Actually, no. Do you know what? Let's just keep it just in case. So we'll prioritize life-threatening emergencies. So it's Sterling. So what we'll do is when this is free, this pump will come and deal with this. So this is what the... What's it called? Warter Alarmen? Weiter Alarmen? I don't know how you say it because I don't speak German, but it basically means deploying to a second incident after the first one. Environmental control is going to come out to deal with this one. Got a bicycle theft, closest police unit. Don't need police dogs, definitely don't need incident response vehicles, don't need it. Yeah, we'll grab a van out to come deal with this. Uncontrollable nosebleed is probably going to be the nearest urgent tier ambulance, unless... so PTS, the nearest urgent tier is 9 minutes away, but there's an ambulance pretty close, so you should be able to clear from that reasonably quickly. So we'll send an emergency ambulance out to that. Oh shit, what's that? Yeah, large oil spill. Okay, we knew this was coming, but I don't want to commit any more fire resources at this time. Fever, fine. Rope rescue is on the way. You require to go to hospital, so let's take you straight to St. John's. Another unit for the fever needs to go to hospital. We'll take you to the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh. And then we'll go back down to where we were. So this is in progress, that's fine. This one is in progress, and that's fine. So you need one more fire unit. Oh god. Right, okay. Interesting. Right, so you need one more fire appliance, and McDonald Road is now available, so we'll get one more fire appliance to you. We need one... Actually, it tells us up here. Oh. It tells us here that we have 12 people that need ambulances. Which is a lot, come to think of it. So I think I might just use this one. So what we'll do is there's no more specialists required. So we'll grab anything that we can. So we'll grab an ambulance. So that's one, two. Oh, actually, sort's cleared itself. That's quite important. Let's quickly do this. So let's go to sort, and we'll grab all our sort resources as well, because that will help. I think well, I mean, with 15 patients, this is a mass casualty situation that definitely benefits the resources of the special operations response team. So we had 2, so we need 10 more ambulances. So we can probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're basically just grabbing ambulances from wherever we can. If more resources free up, that will be fine, but until they do, we'll have to deal with that. Right, so we've got a helpless person. Helpless person is police, and what's the closest? Yeah, okay, fine. Police and an ambulance will come and deal with this. Unsafe structure has got one of these. There's no more rope rescue units available, but there is an officer. That's fine. So we'll just leave that one for just now. We've got enough units to look over it. A lorry in water. That was one thing that we didn't need right now. Okay. Oh, hi. So where is this? Is this right at the end? Yeah, right at the very end. So, a lorry has slipped off the road and gone into the loch, which is tragic. So let's go ahead and grab collision investigation as well as a couple of police units to help assist with this. We're going to need the assistance of the Coast Guard, and we'll grab another couple of units as well. There's a bit of a stupid system with water rescue unit, which is why I use these, and that basically everything insists that it needs boats. But there's no way to have a vehicle that has a boat in it, so you technically I'll work on the system later, but for now it's not important. Right, okay. You've not cleared yourself, so that's a smidgen annoying. Is there any command unit? Yeah, there is a command unit available, because it tells me that there is. So we'll get 1 command unit to come out to this, and we'll need 5 pumps, which is gonna be interesting. So let's just go back through them. So KO6 is fully depleted, KO5 fully depleted, KO7 fully deployed, KO4 deployed, KO3 deployed, KO2, we've got 1, KO1 deployed. I need 2 more. I just grabbed 1, 2, 3. 3 of the closest pumps. And that should be that. So we'll get as many of those resources coming out as we can. Meanwhile, I need to look for a rapid responder and an ambulance. Nearest ambulance being Preston Pans on its way back to hospital. That's fine. And then there's a theft from a car, so we'll just grab the nearest available police unit to go and deal with that. Okay, right, fine. So everything that's right, okay. You need to go to hospital, so you just rush yourself off to hospital. Hopefully help us free up some units. Crap. So this one that was a traffic lights failure has proceeded to quite a large emergency. Okay. KO4 Rescue 1 is actually deployed. KO6 Rescue 1 is deployed. That's tragic. Okay, so we'll just go at the closest units that we can. Heavy rescue, police, and 2 pumps. We also need so we'll get them mobilized just now. We also need a number of units, so we need 4 ambulances, of which I probably don't have enough. Yep, I have 2 ambulances. So we'll grab 1 ambulance, which is about to clear. And is there any other ambulances about to clear? Yes, okay, Preston Pans is about to clear. So we'll grab 2 ambulances from there. We'll grab a couple of paramedics, seeing as they're reasonably close by. And okay, that's that dealt with. There's even more coming in. So the oil spill we're ignoring. This one we're ignoring. And breach of the peace. That's a bit tragic. Is there anything left at Dalkeith that can respond? Yes, JD21. Juliet Delta 21 will come and respond to this. Happy days. Cool. Right. Now I've got a little bit of freedom to start doing some of the hospital transports, but now, oh no, I do have some. I can do some, so we'll do 1, 2, we'll just get anyone that we can to come and deal with these. I'm not going to be able to do them all, just because I simply don't have enough resources. Okay, so if we do this, so I'm just going to stack them as best I can. No, I don't want to use an urgent tier. Looking for the 6s. PTS car, there we go. This is the last one. Right, okay, happy days. Right, so all the hospital transports are now scheduled. And everything else here is now responding with significant haste. Good stuff. Okay, cool. Okay. I think that this is probably a good breaking point, because we've now been through all the emergencies that we've had, and we've discussed why we're not responding to 2 of them, because we have to focus on incidents that are a threat to life. As you can see, like this one, there's many units, but the risk is low because there's no patients. We do have units here that are keeping it safe from other people. But I don't need to prioritize dealing with this. Same with this one, is it's unlikely that this incident's probably going to get any worse. It's already quite a rare one to start with. So we'll deal with it as soon as we can, absolutely, but just not while there's people's lives on the line. Everything else has been dealt with, and it's going to be a long drive while everything gets on the way. We've got 1 unit that needs to go to hospital, so we'll grab that to go straight to the Royal Infirmary of Edinburgh. So that's going to be the air ambulance on the way. As you can see there, happy days. Yeah, so everything else is just going to take us quite a while to sort, and there's nothing else for it other than to thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Lichtdownspiel.de. Don't forget that you can find me across social media at links that are on the screen, and I have a Discord channel as well, which is very good for discussing things to do with Lichtdownspiel.de and all the other games that I play, both stuff that I make content for and stuff that I don't. Feel free to join, say hello, and have a chat. Otherwise, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching this episode of Lichtdownspiel.de, and I will see you next time. Bye!